I did work with this quite a lot. I did have a job massaging women's breasts. It was, I kind of laugh, it was my first healing job, my professional healing job, getting paid for healing job in a way. I massaged women's breasts for them. And very quickly it stops being sexual. It's nice, it creates a nice energy, but you are definitely working. You know, you're definitely healing and doing a healing job and working with a specific energy with the breasts, and they are relating directly to the genitalia. They balance the genitalia and they balance the heart, and obviously to do with babies, and a lot of kind of heartache is held in the breasts. Notice if you can feel those divine energies around your breasts, as if they interact with your breath, that there's a spiritual quality to your breasts that are interacting with you all the way through, but especially with the breath in the lungs and the love in the heart. Notice that they have not just a functional quality, but a spiritual and energetic quality. And as you feel your breasts, you may feel a deeper breath in your lungs. You may feel more connected to your heart. You may be able to drop down into the ovaries or testes from your breasts. Notice how they connect to the ovaries and testes. Notice how they deepen your breath. They're very functional. So in this video, I'm going to teach holographic breathing, and I'm going to use that to open up what's called the fire circuit. And the fire circuit has energy points and organs, and the organs are, for the women, it's the ovaries and uterus, and for the men it's the testes and prostate. It also includes the hara, the small intestines, the heart, the breasts, and for both men and women, men have a energy body breasts and have mammary glands and nipples as well, so men have an experience of that as well, and men have a inner female energy and women have an inner male energy. And so, at least for myself, I can feel my inner woman, and I can feel as if I have breasts. I think it's equal, not equal, but similar for men and women. At least that's what people tell me after the meditation. So you can write in the comments afterwards. The men, you can write, did you feel your inner female breasts, or the energy breasts, or just the experience of breasts as a man? But either way, we will be working with the breasts as part of this circuit. The other organ is the hypothalamus, which is part of the third eye, and connection to the higher self. I will give a description of holographic breathing. We will talk a bit about what we will be doing in the guided meditation, then we will do the guided meditation. There is a menu in the description below, so you can go to any part of this. You can just skip forwards if you want to the meditation. But it is best to listen to the talk. I have to say, it preps the meditation. So I will describe and demonstrate holographic breathing. It's a new, profound breathwork modality. Just if all you do is learn holographic breathing in this video, that can change your life. Deeply meditative, profound energy system. So holographic breathing, the lips are relaxed and closed. The tongue is on the roof of the mouth. The upper surface of the tongue is on the roof of the mouth. The breath is through the nose, and on the in-breath, the jaw is opening. On the out-breath, the jaw is closing. And that is done, that movement of the jaw is done with the lips closed. I will demonstrate that for a few breaths so that you can get an idea. Now, you may not notice much because it's subtle and relaxing, but you will notice, or hopefully you will notice, that my lips aren't opening and closing. The jaw moves, the lips stay closed. All right, I'll demonstrate that for a few breaths. And it's a deeply healing and relaxing meditative state. I can already feel this crown chakra opening when I was doing that. It had a spiritual connection. So you'll be learning that. There's a step-by-step way of taking people into that. So you just get this activation, it starts, and it just becomes totally natural. So I'll be teaching that first in the meditation, then we'll be opening the fire circuit. And what I want to talk a bit about in this video is, well, one, there's also, I'm doing a free webinar this Sunday where I'll take it into a bit more depth. You can come to that free of charge. There will be a link in the description below, and if you miss it, I'll put the video of it in the description below. But if you want to work with me live, that is there this Sunday. And if you pass the date, watch it in the description. Get the link to the video there. And what I want to talk about today is the sexual energies for the fire energy circuit, and also the breasts. As I say, breasts for both men and women, we can all feel them. Now, in all of the advanced webinars, I address this. There's 6 circuits, and every circuit has its ground somewhere in the sexual energies, and as we work with them, they activate and they transform and they rise through the body as a healing energy, and they rise through the brain and they connect to the higher self. So there's this source of healing energy or healing potency starting from the pelvis, genitalia, perineum, different areas of the pelvis and pelvic floor for the different circuits. And in this circuit, it's the ovaries and uterus, the testes and prostate. And so I work with that a lot, but I kind of wonder how much that gets left out of normal healing, because it's like sexual or something like that, but it is fully incorporated in this as a healing energy. But what I do notice is that the breasts are not included in a lot of healing modalities. They kind of fall through the gaps in a way. They're not the sexual energies per se. They're not, well, they're obviously to do with making babies, but they seem to get left out as not being so important. But that is not so for me, and that is not so for this circuit. They are important. They balance the heart. They balance the ovaries and uterus. They balance the testes and prostate, and they have a very particular energetic function to them, as well as feeding baby and arousing sexual behavior. They have a very particular energetic function. And this circuit is more to do with love. The ovaries and testes, the uterus and prostate is more loving, nurturing energy. The vagina and clitoris, they're more, penis, vagina, clitoris, they're more this driving sexual urge. The ovaries and testes, uterus and prostate are more loving, and that is so of the breasts. I did work with this quite a lot. I did have a job massaging women's breasts. It was, I kind of laugh, it was my first healing job, my professional healing job, getting paid for healing job in a way. I massaged women's breasts for them. And very quickly, it stops being sexual. It's nice, it creates a nice energy, but you are definitely working. You know, you're definitely healing and doing a healing job and working with a specific energy with the breasts, and they are relating directly to the genitalia. They balance the genitalia and they balance the heart, and obviously to do with babies, and a lot of kind of heartache is held in the breasts, and a lot to do with the family and lovers. And women kind of use them. They're kind of like antennas for women to understand what is going on around them in a loving environment. I started that job. It's one I created for myself. I mean, I was very young, but you know, I must admit I did enjoy it as well. And a friend, she'd got large breasts, and she'd been living on the beach in Goa in India, and got pregnant, and she didn't wear a bra, so they kind of dropped, they stretched a bit, and I kind of said, well, maybe I can fix that for you. And so we tried, and I massaged them, and they perked up a bit, but she was quite happy with it. And then I kind of got other women coming up saying, I could do with one of those. So there started my job. After a while, I started charging for it. But it's not all fun. Definitely not all fun. You do have to be able to encompass and work with and be with that loving energy, and you are undoing love for women, you know, blocked love for women by working with their breasts. You know, women will fall in love with you if you massage their breasts. You know, if you do a proper job, it just releases a lot of love. And it's a shame that they are held in like just this sexual role. I mean, people laugh at me when I say, well, yeah, that was my first job. But it's a very real thing, and it's a very left out thing. And it's a shame it isn't addressed so much in normal healing work. I think in tantric work and sexual work it's addressed, but I think it's a shame it's not more addressed in healing. But in the meditation we will definitely being addressed that, so both men and women can experience that quality for their breasts and its connection into the ovaries and uterus and testes and prostate, and how they govern and help to balance the whole fire circuit. If you leave them out of the fire circuit, it's not such a nice feel, it's not so balanced. But if you include them, these kind of balancing antennas, they balance that circuit, they heal the brain, they're like a deeply healing thing. So we will include it. And I'm kind of talking in those energies as we're going into it, because you have to take people's normal ideology away from it, so that they can perceive it as a healing thing, as their breasts for men and women, as a healing thing and part of their healing, functioning energy system, because they are so much related to, oh, these are sexual, but these are a whole lot more. And you've got the sexual organs in the pelvis, but this is more like the sexual organs to do with the heart. So they're at a different level. They are at a level of love. And they do reflect the heart, they also reflect the lungs. So there's love, there's despair, there's all the different things that go on in the heart and lungs. And these manifest in a different way in the lungs. And you can help clear that whole area. And because we're so hidden as a society, that they can't just be seen for what they are and accepted. So we're going to see them for what they are and accept them. Okay. I think that is it. I think that is the talk. So I am going to describe and demonstrate holographic breathing again. Then we will go into the meditation. The meditation will activate holographic breathing. We will work with those organs. If you wish to do this live with me, where it's a bit longer meditation, and we'll probably go into it in a bit more depth, that is there on Sunday, or the video of it will be below and the link is below. All right, so holographic breathing. The lips are relaxed and closed. The upper surface of the tongue is on the roof of the mouth. The breath is through the nose. And on the in-breath, the jaw is gently opening. And on the out-breath, the jaw is gently closing. So I will demonstrate that for you. Now you might not have seen much, but you probably would have noticed that my lips weren't opening with the jaw. The lips were staying closed. Very subtle motion of the jaw. Half a finger width, 2 or 3 millimeters. So it's not a big motion of the jaw. As soon as I do it, instantly I go into a deep and relaxed place. It's not like I have to wait around long. Instantly you go, or I go, into a very connected place, connected to the higher self, connected to my body and all of these healing rhythms in it. For new people learning holographic breathing, it's good to do this meditation sitting up until you feel the activation, until you feel holographic breathing just becomes natural and part of your normal breathing. Then you can lie down or lay back or whatever you want to do. The reason for that is that it's very relaxing, and you can fall asleep or pass out before you get the full instructions. And if you don't get the full instructions, you don't get the activation. So until you get the activation of it just being totally natural, it is good to be seated so you're a bit more aware of what I'm saying. All right, we are going to start. Just feel this energy coming through. I'm just going to let that, I'm just kind of changing gears, just let that energy come through. And to start off with, we will, before we learn the holographic breathing, we'll be bringing in some resources so you can be resourced within yourself. We'll be saying hello to the earth and higher self. So closing your eyes and breathing gently, and send a smile, send some energy to the earth, and allowing the earth to say hello back. And notice what that feels like through your body and through your energies. And sending a smile, sending some energy to the higher self and beneficial energies. The beneficial energies are any divine teachers, divine energies, angels, whatever you want to call them, as long as they're beneficial, saying hello to the higher self and the beneficial energies, sending a smile, sending some energy, and allowing them to say hello back. And notice what that feels like through your body and through your energies. and asking the earth, the higher self, and the beneficial energies to be with you through the whole meditation as a healing presence, a grounding presence, and your inner resource. So it's a gentle, small motion of the jaw in holographic breathing, but first of all, we're just going to get the experience that you can move the jaw and keep the lips closed. So first of all, we'll put the tongue in the correct place. The upper surface of the tongue comes to the roof of the mouth, and the tip of the tongue is touching the front teeth, touching or close to the front teeth. Then it's as much of the tongue on the roof of the mouth as feels comfortable. Maybe the first half an inch, or the first full inch, or the whole tongue is on the roof of the mouth. But it must feel comfortable, it mustn't be stretched in any way. So the upper surface of the tongue on the roof of the mouth, the lips are relaxed and closed. And now just kind of bouncing your jaw up and down, just small motions up and down, just to get the experience that you can move the jaw and keep the lips closed. And want to show you, a bit like chewing, we eat and we chew with our lips closed and the jaw moving. Then slowing that motion of the jaw down, up, down motion, slowing it down. And then when you feel ready, as the jaw is opening, allow the breath to come in through the nose. And as the jaw is closing, allowing the breath to leave through the nose. So the lips stay closed. As the jaw is relaxing open, draws the breath in through the nose. As the jaw relaxes closed, it exhales the breath through the nose. It feels like a little bellows. The jaw is open, it's like these bellows sucking air in through the nose. The jaw relaxes closed, it's like a bellows exhaling air through the nose. So the jaw is moving, and I guess the bellows is happening from the lungs. So just being with that. As the teeth are coming together on the out-breath, you can have them so they just lightly touch or don't quite touch, but they never become fixed. They just float together, or you can have them just slightly separate. The jaw opens, it draws the breath in. The jaw closes, it exhales the breath through the nose. Small, gentle, slow movement of the jaw. Relax the back of the neck, relax the back of the head. And as you become used to that, we're going to change the energy and the gestalt. So rather than the jaw moving the breath, now we're going to let the breath move the jaw. And bringing your awareness to the breath coming in through the nose, breathing in, the jaw relaxes open. Breathing out, the jaw relaxes closed. So now As you breathe, that moves the jaw. Notice how it gets much softer. Notice how it becomes more meditative. Breathing in, the jaw relaxes open. Breathing out, the jaw relaxes closed. Relax the back of the neck. Relax the back of the head. Now we're going to take that through the body. Breathing in, the chest is opening and the jaw opens with it. Breathing out, the chest is closing and the jaw is closing with it. And then dropping down into your abdomen, breathing in, the abdomen is opening. Breathing out, the abdomen is closing. Notice how you get a nice deep breath into the abdomen with ease. The abdomen opens as you breathe in, the jaw follows along. The abdomen closes as you breathe out, the jaw follows along. The whole torso is breathing. Notice in a very subtle way your face has started to breathe. Your cranium has started to breathe. Your brain has started to breathe. Your neck and throat have started to breathe. They're breathing in the same way, well, a subtler way than your body breathes, but they're breathing in line with your body. They're being activated. It's activating the brain, the face, cranium, and breathe. Your arms, legs, hands and feet breathing. Every cell opening on the in-breath, the jaw follows along. Every cell closing on the out-breath, the jaw follows along. We started it from the jaw, but then the body breathes and the jaw just becomes part of this new breathing modality. Notice you've moved into a new way of breathing. Relax the back of the neck. Let the energies go through your neck. Notice if you can feel divine energies coming to you and helping you and healing you. It will connect you with the earth and it will connect you with the divine energies. Notice if you can feel those divine energies around your breasts, as if they interact with your breath, that there's a spiritual quality to your breasts that are interacting with you all the way through, but especially with the breath in the lungs and the love in the heart. Notice that they have not just a functional quality, but a spiritual and energetic quality. And as you feel your breasts, you may feel a deeper breath in your lungs. You may feel more connected to your heart. You may be able to drop down into the ovaries or testes from your breasts. Notice how they connect to the ovaries and testes. Notice how they deepen your breath. They're very functional. And that the nipples have a quality and an energy. And the mammary glands have a quality and energy. Men have mammary glands as well. And that it activates your ovaries and activates your testes. And if you drop more onto the midline between the ovaries and testes into the perineum, into the uterus, into the prostate, there's this central column of fire energy rising up through the center of the body, up through the spine as well. So you get this connection from the ovaries and testes onto the center line, into the perineum, into the uterus, into the prostate, and there's this driving fire column up through the center of you and up through the body of the spine. This fire energy goes up and it goes into the brain, and it illuminates the capillaries in the brain, the arterial blood. It illuminates the pituitary gland, the hypothalamus, and it rises up into the divine energies, where it meets into the higher self, or the divine energies, where it meets the fire divine energies. And breathe. So notice how you've got this controlling energy from above governing the Kundalini, governing the rise of that fire energy and all of those circuits, giving them balance. And notice how the breasts are very much part of that, as a healing part of you. That they heal your heart, they straighten the spine, they heal your lungs. Notice if you become aware of your breasts, it really gives you access to the spine behind your heart. Start straightening that spine. Have proud breasts. Let your breasts energetically show. They have an energy to them, they have a meaning, they have a force. And as you do that, you'll feel your spine straightening behind your heart. You'll feel your ovaries and testes releasing, and this energy driving up through you, and through your breasts and through your heart, and up into the higher self. Let it heal your spine. Let it heal your brain. And we're going to go into an earthbound circuit now. The deep earth energies. You can feel your pubic arch, the energy points for the ovaries and testes is the pubic arch. The perineum is more the connection to the uterus and prostate. But if you be aware of your lower pubic arch, this connects you into that circuit, to the fire circuit, from the sexual potency that rises as a healing energy. And start moving back along the pubic arch till you end up coming right back into your sit bones. And notice how the energy in your pelvis gets much darker and deeper. And you can become aware of your heels, the heels of your hands, your lower shoulder blades, the lower back of your head, the lower back of the jaw. Notice that you're no longer in that fire circuit. You are now in the deep earth circuit. It relates to other organs, which we won't go into now, but they have a deep, strong energy. It has a lot to do with the liver and pancreas. It's this deep, grounded energy. Really sit down into your sit bones, and it disperses that fire energy. And if you slowly move forwards in the sit bones till you come round to the lower pubic arch and pubic arch, notice you get warmer, that it activates your heart, it activates your breasts, it activates the ovaries and testes, it rises through the brain, connects to the higher self. You are now back in the fire circuit. Relates to the arterial blood through the whole body. Just notice that quality change in this fire burning through your bones, through your whole body, burning into your bones, right into the marrow of your bones. And then slowly sitting back further, further, until you're in your sit bones, the heels, the lower shoulder blades, the lower back of the head, lower jaw, lower back of the jaw. And then it's dark again. It's the rich, deep earth energies. And the rich, deep earth energies have their own connection to the higher self, allowing those deep, powerful, grounded energies connect to the deep, grounded energies in the higher self and divine energy. Strong earth energies connecting to the magnetic central core of the earth and to the divine energies. So just being with that, we're going to come back in about a minute. So just letting that ground, letting yourself balance. and sending a thank you to the earth. Thank you to the higher self and beneficial energies. And a thank you to yourself. Let the energies go off for love and healing to the earth, for love and healing to the higher self and beneficial energies, and allowing yourself to be loved and healed. Notice how much that love and healing relates to your breasts and heart. And when you feel ready, gently allow yourself to come back. So if you have enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe. Really helps my channel. People like my videos and subscribe. I run free webinars, normally once or twice a month on Sundays. There's a link to my web page with this, and this Sunday we will be going into this in more depth. And I do advanced webinars where we take it into much deeper depth, much more powerful. So that is all there on my website, or links in the description below. Thank you for coming along. Please share this video with other people, tell people about it. I'm the founder of Holographic Breathing. It doesn't seem that it's been done before. I could really do with some help, people sharing my videos with other people around. I also run practitioner trainings if you want to become a practitioner. But please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, and help to make holographic breathing a global, powerful, healing modality for all man and womankind, nature, the earth, the galaxy, and everything. All right, I love you all, and please come back. I always feel very loving at the end of these, so love you all, and please return that love if you wish. And I'm stretching my breasts out here. Come back and do more videos. All right, see you next time. Bye.